In this episode we move around the island only to find out we are tired of rain and no sunshine. This is one of the challenges here in the Marquesas. It rains a lot. So we decided to set sail to our first atoll in the Tuamotus. And I'm gonna share my strategies and how I prepared for our entrance that can be pretty challenging if not timed correct. Even though Ahe is far from the most challenging, it's a good start for getting some experience. In the previous episode we went for a hike to explore more of Nuka Hiva and its dramatic nature. And we even found this beautiful bay we wanted to check out closer, and moving B3 to this much calmer anchorage. It's not the best anchorage I have stayed in. I mean, it's beautiful here, it's well protected for the wind, but it's rolly. And you can see here also on Carl and Karen. Hey Carl! Are you ready? Also, there is no beaches like this we found during our hike, and in the anchorage we are staying in, it's not even tempting to go for a swim from the boat. If we're gonna continue straight to the Tuamotus after checking out the other anchorage, we don't know yet. Or if our new friends even gonna be here if we come back. So it's again time to say see you later. And man, is this anchorage rolly and rainy. For me it's not that big problem, but for G it's getting tiring as she struggles to sleep. This is the hard reality of sailing life, and lack of proper sleep is definitely no joke. So far we have not seen many of this caliber here in the Pacific compared to the Caribbean, not to forget in the Mediterranean. Here it's almost a bit exotic again. Since I'm not familiar with these waters, I do keep a good distance to shore, especially the places that states clearly in all my maps that they are not properly surveyed. Barely gonna make it before it gets dark, but it's so rainy, so it gets darker even before. So, well, looks like we're gonna be able to have the anchor down before it gets pitch black. Fingers crossed. Waking up to this spectacular view is hard to describe, and it even looks like we're gonna have a glimpse of sunshine today. The best part, however, is to again have a nice beach to walk on. Why are you coming to me? Hey. You wanna attack me? In my opinion, this is definitely one of the nicest places here on Nuka Hiva. But even here the water is not clear and the beach is not that great either. At least not for swimming, so we have made our decision and gonna go back to the town to stock up a bit and then set sails towards the Tuamotus. So it's time to say goodbye for now to Nuka Hiva. Another beautiful island with amazing friendly people that we leave behind. Good memories is created also here. And there is so much more to see and so little time with only 90 days visa here. So we better start moving towards the atolls in direction of Tahiti. So we are ready to departure. So we are now finally leaving Nuka-Hiva and are going to point our nose towards Tuamotus. It's gonna be some wind, so it's gonna be exciting to see how the sail is gonna be, and also if the backup autopilot works as intended. But now it's time to take up the anchor. Yeah, maybe it's see you later. We never know where we're gonna see them again. Maybe in Tahiti or even in Thailand. That's sailor's life. We can soon kill the engine. We just need to get out of this turbulence wind on this day. It's tall mountains, so the fall winds and the circles, so basically get it in both directions until you're out of this bay. But a few hundred more meters, we are up. Both sails are up and we are ready. It's so good conditions for us. We are doing now 7.2 knots. It's a good start. We have 495 miles ahead of us to the first atoll in the Tuamotus. So we will see when we get there. It's supposed to be even more wind during this sail and optimal conditions for B3. So fingers crossed for a nice sail with no problems on the autopilot. But this is beautiful, quiet, fast. Yeah, you can't get better than this. I love this. So nice to be out sailing again. You haven't given up on the green flash, have you?
No.
I smell something good. Let's see what's going on down here. It smells so good. Nice. Making dinner.
I have chicken with garlic and soya sauce and rice and cookies.
That smells so good.
Are you hungry?
Yes, I'm really hungry. And this makes me more hungry. One of the challenges sailing towards an atoll is that you need to time your arrival. Not only is it preferable to arrive in daylight, but also at the right time for slack tide. I'm now looking at our estimated time of arrival and compare this to my guessing based on the tidal difference, and also make sure that our local time is correct, as there is time difference even on this short sail. The old autopilot is sort of doing its job, but the waves and currents is strong, and I was never really happy with this old setup. As you can see, it's almost all over the place. It's basically too slow to correct and too nervous when waves are pushing us. This again leads to more rolly experience than necessary, which is not so good for G struggling to sleep. So we had quite a rough night with big waves, and we made up a bed for G here in the middle. Because this is on top of the keel, and it's the 0 point for pitch and roll. And my bed when we are sailing might come as a surprise to many of you. I still practice my solo sailor routines, even having G on board. Meaning I still do interval sleeping and try to stay awake during the nights. It's not because she's not capable of doing night watches, but as we just revealed, struggling to get enough sleep. So we have been testing out lots of things to make things better for her. This is unfortunately the hard reality of how it can be living on a sailboat. Meanwhile, I'm enjoying my favorite moment at sea, having a coffee and watching the sunrise. It's weird how things are flipped upside down after years of sailing. I used to hate mornings, but now it's the moment I love the most. And soon G will hopefully wake up and feel a bit more rested, giving me the privilege you don't have as a solo sailor. I can go down below and get 2 hours of continuously sleep. The wind we were promised from the predictions did not turn out to be very accurate, so we have now the last hours gone pretty slow. Still, there is wind gusts coming now and then. I choose to only fly the Genoa, as we are going dead downwind right now. Wind are supposed to turn more from south, giving us a better angle, so we will wait a bit to see how it develops. Still, it's too early to adjust speed for fine-tuning or arrival. It doesn't take many hours of fast sailing again to change everything a lot. It's a little bit frisky here now. It's 34 knots wind. 30, I would say 25 to 30 is actually where both me and Be Free enjoys being out sailing a lot. But now it's gusting and the wind is increasing, and it's supposed to be even a little bit more. You can see yeah, it's also the waves picking up. My old autopilot is not so very happy, and it's a little bit rough here now. But I mean, Be Free is a very heavy boat and she's a big boat, so this is peanuts. But yeah, I mean 34 knots wind, and we are surfing now and then to 10-11 knots, even with just a Genoa. So we are making good progress, almost too good. So I have to look into that a little bit later, because we are on our way to the atoll, and you don't want to approach an atoll in dark. So yeah, we have a decision to make. If this continues, we might just pass it, or if possible slow down enough to arrive the next morning. So that means a delay in 12-14 hours, which is okay, because right now we are too late to arrive in safe time before sunset, and yeah, and too fast actually for the next morning. So because we are like just some hours away, so we'll see. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting, and it's gonna be a rough night for sure. I don't know if you can see it, but when the water flies sideways on top of the waves, then you know it's a lot of wind. That's what it do now. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how much wind we will get, because weather prediction has not been very accurate lately. We were supposed to have up to 30 in wind gusts, but we are already seeing 34, so I will not be surprised if we even see 40. So, but Be Free is good, she's strong and capable, so no worries. It's you don't want to go too slow in these waves, so that's why we started to reduce speed already early this morning, and to spread it out during the entire day and also this upcoming night. So it's key to try to time the boat speed for the waves. The old autopilot is making more and more noise, so I had to go down below to inspect and found out it needed more hydraulic oil in the reservoir. Hopefully this will last our way through the different atolls and the next long sail toward Tahiti in the near future. We had to slow down even more not to arrive too early, and even though we are only 10 nautical miles away, you can't even see the atoll yet, as it's so low above the surface. The time frame or window for the best moment entering through the pass into the atoll is very narrow. So being my first atoll ever to enter, I tried very hard to time it perfect. So now it's time to speed up the last miles, and hopefully my calculations for delay in tidal water is correct. It's obviously based on guessing, with a dash of sailing experience into the equation here. One of the really fascinating things from my perspective is how this must look like below the surface. It's pretty wild if you think about it. We are almost at the entrance, yet we still have more than 2000 meters under our keel. Then it's climbing fast, still almost 1000 meters, only meters from the entrance into this atoll. And as we are getting closer, we can see the entrance. Still, it's difficult to see how the conditions are. One of the biggest challenges with atolls is they are basically a pool with water, and the numbers of channels for the water to flood in and out tells a lot how intense, and also delay in tidal change from the inside and outside. The reason for why I believe this atoll named Ahe is among the easier is the wide entrance and the numbers of channels the water can flood in and out. So it's gonna be exciting to see if my guessing is good or at least close enough. My guess is the delay is 60 to 90 minutes here after slack tide. But of course I have no experience in this, so it's fair to say I'm not nervous but focused, and also curious if my estimates are good. Using a monocular to see how it looks like at the entrance, to verify that we have been timing it well. This atoll is among the smaller and a bit outside the beaten path, but it's our first experience and we are both excited to see how this goes. If it's too wild, we can always wait on the outside. It looks like we nailed this one pretty perfect. Still, there is a bit delay and we are also slightly ahead of schedule. But it looks like we should not have any challenges going through here today. Wind and weather can give a different effect, making the entrance or exit much more exciting than this. Seeing this in front of you, even though you are in the fairway, makes you want to double check your maps one more time. At least this is how I feel it, seeing waters like this. Normally, it means it's pretty shallow water.
Yeah.
We made it safe through this pass. Now we wish we had better weather, as the next challenge is maneuvering between boomies and coral reefs. And one buoy here and there with pearl farming gears and lots of ropes. Luckily I have G at the bow to keep a sharp eye for anything that could be a problem for us. In the next episode we're gonna explore this tiny atoll outside the tourist machines. And we are really curious how it looks like living on a coral reef in the middle of the Pacific. Thank you so much for watching and for being here, and a special thanks to all my amazing patrons that's been supporting this channel, showing their love and appreciation for the hard work sharing this adventure with you guys.